Hello, everyone, and welcome to Shelfwarmers, my brand new solo series in which I am going to give you a look at all of the various Transformers figures I have hanging out on my shelf. And for this first inaugural episode, I am going to give you a look at the Warrior Class Cyberverse Soundwave, which is the first figure I bought about 2 or so years ago when I first decided to start collecting Transformers figures. And so here he is. Let's take a close look at him here. As a warrior class, he does not have much in terms of detail or paint. You've got the molded grill in here, but not much in the way of color. No headlights or any sort of feature like that. And he does have some visible hands underneath here. Windows painted black. And he does have some detail in the turret. It is painted that red on the inside here. On the back, he's got the Decepticon logo. The back actually does have a little bit more detail because it is his chest when he's in robot mode. So he's got his buttons on the back here. And it does roll. It doesn't look like it has enough clearance, but it actually does. It looks like the hands would drag along the ground, but they don't. So lucked out there. So that's about it in terms of this. I do like one thing about this figure though that makes me laugh is just imagine you're stuck in traffic and you are stuck behind this truck here and it's not moving and you are honking at it and you are honking at it and then all of a sudden it just does this. And now you have that looking at you. So I think that's great. I think that is a fun thing to do. But speaking of this, let's show what he looks like in his robot mode. So what you're going to do is first, after flipping out the head like this, you're going to take the arms here and just bring them out. You can see he's got this shoulder thing where the wheels will tuck in here. Bring it out here like that. And then for the legs, you're just going to kind of pop the front of the car out. And then you can see there's like this little tab in here that tucks into this circle. You're just going to kind of bring that out. It doesn't quite just like easily slide in and out. You kind of have to push it from the back to pop it out. But you're going to take that and bring that all the way out here. You're going to take this bit here with his torso and you're going to roll it up in here. It's going to tuck into this little slot right here. So you're just going to pop that in there. And believe it or not, you are almost done. You take the legs, break them apart, bring him down, and then you're just going to take the arms and swing them down. And there you have Soundwave in his robot mode. So let's take a close look at him. Again, as a warrior class, he does not have much in terms of detail. You can see the plastic molding on here for his arms, but obviously no color. He does have some paint on here for his little Soundwave shoulder pads. Head sculpt looks pretty good. Got the red eyes and the face mask and all that. And like I said earlier, I have the buttons on his torso here. Which they don't really do anything, they're just painted on. Legs, just the front of the car like always. On the back, he does kind of look a little bit like a mess. These legs are super hollow because they have to tuck in here, but there's no flap or anything to close it shut. He does have a fair amount of junk hanging off his back here, which means that if you have him standing up straight, he's not really gonna do that. What you kind of have to do is chicken leg him a bit. You just have to push the legs back a little bit and the knees will bend backwards a bit. And that's how he'll stand. As far as articulation goes, he's got elbow. They move back and forth the same amount, about 180 degrees for both. Same as here. Shoulders are on a ball joint. They move, pivot, twist whatever you want, you can do. They go all the way around. Legs can move back and forth. He does have a lot of clearance for bending the knee because obviously it folds in here in robot mode. But no ankles or anything like that. Head here does not move at all. So, as a warrior class in the Cyberverse line, he does have a gimmick, an action gimmick, and his is activated when you bring his turret in a little bit closer to his head, and there is Laserbeak. He pops right out of his chest, and he stays there. He does not come out any further than that. But let's take a close look at Laserbeak here. So, as you can see, he's molded in transparent plastic, bright pink. He does have some paint on his beak and his eyes to distinguish them. The wings flap, obviously, because they fold in to tuck into his chest. One thing I actually really like about Laserbeak here is that if you look really closely, the hinge for Soundwave's cassette deck, or his cassette holder here, it has those two like connecting points here, and it looks a lot like a bird's talons. So it looks like Laserbeak's talons, which is kind of a neat little way to implement that. I just think that looks really cool. It's a nice little detail you don't usually expect with figures like this. To put him back in, he just kind of pops back in, and the door here is on a spring, so it just closes on its own. He doesn't go all the way in, so you have to kind of take the cannon and bring it out a little bit, and then he'll click back in place. And there you go. And then you can feel a resistance here, so you don't accidentally launch him out. And that's about it for Soundwave. Let's compare him to his deluxe class version, which I have here. As you can see, the deluxe class has a lot more in terms of detail, but still kind of captures the overall aesthetic of Cyberverse Soundwave. You can see a lot of the similar details, the shoulder pads, the arms, the turrets, etc. You can see where the details are much more present in deluxe class than they are in warrior class. But all in all, I think it's a pretty good figure. He looks the part for Soundwave, just in robot mode and in his vehicle mode as well. He's very solidly built from the front. Like I said, the back is a little bit of a mess, but from the front, he looks pretty solid. He can easily stand alongside his deluxe class brethren, and he would fit in pretty well with that. Like I said, this is the first figure that I had purchased when I decided to get into collecting, so he does kind of have a special place in my heart. I'm a big fan of Soundwave as a character. I'm a big fan of his overall design, and I think Cyberverse has a really, really good rendition of Soundwave. So that is about it for now. Thank you for watching. Go ahead and like and subscribe and all that good stuff, and I will catch you later.